Well, this is the Oldham Parkrun, Alexandra Park, and that's the entrance there. So you just walk straight through the entrance and up those stairs up there, and you'll find yourself at the start line. And here's the start line, here's the briefing, and it was bloody freezing today. So thanks to all the volunteers who have been standing around all morning. When loads of park runs in Greater Manchester were cancelled today because of the cold weather and the ice. So thanks for making this happen. And it's one of those park runs where you have your briefing and you walk about a minute to the start line, and then you all turn around and then run the way you just came. And usually I do my videos with a small little camera strapped to my forehead, which is very stable. So, but this one, I had the wrong strap. So we had the chest strap. So the footage of this is very shaky. So I'm going to be brief with the voiceover, but in case it makes you a bit slightly nauseous, I'll give my usual facts about the course and the history of Alexandra Park. So I'm not going to voice over the whole 15 minutes. But the course is all on tarmac. There's no wet, muddy trail or anything like that. It is 2 laps and a small section back round. I'll put the map up on Strava in a minute. There's a hill, quite a steep hill. It's about not that long, but you do it twice, just after the beginning. As soon as you turn up here on the left, it's coming up now, I think. And there's a after that where it's on a camber as well, because you can't see. Because I mean, you might slow it down at the relevant parts, but it's not a particularly difficult hill. It's the difficult course, sorry, but this is slightly uphill. And I started slowing down here because my knee was playing up. I have, in case you didn't know, just recently, 2 months ago, I had knee surgery and meniscus repair. And this is part of my rehabilitation from a physio. So I've been cycling for a week, but it's probably too early for me to start running. So I did this in 32 minutes, 10 minutes slower than my usual. So this is a bit which is quite a relatively steep hill. The path just up here starts to camber slightly from the left to right, which is a bit awkward. But I'm going to put the map up from Strava so you can see it. So those 2 large sections is 1 lap and then another lap. And that little bit at the top that's their finishing section. And I'm going to put the overall elevation up on the screen here now. So there's not particularly much elevation here. It's not one of the hardest I've done. But it is all on tarmac. And it is a very scenic park. It is quite a nice view. There's a lake and there's a play area. I think there's 7 tennis courts on here as well. And a brief history of the park. The park was created in the 1860s when the American Civil War prevented the export of cotton. And so many of the local cotton workers found themselves unemployed. So the park was created as a labour project for cotton workers. It's about a 10-minute walk from Oldham Town Centre in the area of Bloddick. And there is another Alexandra Park, where a park run in Moss Side in South Manchester takes place. And given how cold it was today, I'm going to put in some pictures of what it normally looks like on a nice summer's day. So here's one. Back to the course. I'm going to put another one up now. That's the water fountain. Go back to the course. I haven't got much to say about this one. There is a nice long straight version round about when you do the lap, which is past the bandstand where you start and finish. It's a nice long straight flat section of the park. And obviously there is a Wetherspoons in Oldham called the Up Steps In. And it's clearly friendly for buggies and dogs and things like that. And I think there was a cafe there. I didn't go. And we're just passing the toilets there on the left. And I don't have much more to say on this because the footage is so shaky. I will not be using the chest mount of the camera again for any part run, but I'll just leave it to play out. And if you want to watch it all, it does help the channel if you watch it till the end. So thank you very much to everyone who finds themselves watching, or anyone who actually was here today. 272 people completed this run today on the 3rd of January. And congratulations to Ryan Berry, who won it today with a time of 19 minutes and 8 seconds. And I think that concludes it. So I'll let it play out till the end.